What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Corpus Christi Originals podcast, where we highlight people and ideas and movements shaping the coastal bend. Today, I've got someone whose work hits community in a different way. He's an advocate, an educator, a nonprofit founder, and he's stepping into the Corpus scene with purpose. I'm talking about the founder of Joaquin 2 Inclusion, Mr. Joaquin Rangel. He's been pushing for better support for kiddos with special needs. He's organizing shows here in the coastal bend, and he's got the A&M Hate Week energy ready to go. Joaquin, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you for having me. Really appreciate it. Very excited to be here.
Cool, man. Yeah, I met you at the Walking to Inclusion 2 years ago. Uh, I think it was before that El Nino was out there, and then your show. I hadn't been to a show in the years, bro.
Nice.
So I went to the El Nino show, and then I went to yours. I like heavy music to begin with, but I really wanted to go to that one because of the what it was for. I guess kids with autism and stuff like that.
Yeah. So special needs as a whole is what we do. If you see our logo, it's got puzzle pieces inside of it. That's primarily because I have two little siblings that have autism.
Mm.
I've got multiple cousins that are on the spectrum, so that's the closest thing to me. But our whole thing is helping children with disabilities across the board. That's just the one that's a little bit closer to my heart.
That's so cool, man. Yeah, like I think I was diagnosed with ADHD or ADD like in middle school
Me
or
too.
some. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. And so I was like, yes, let's do this. You know what I mean? Because you grow up in the school system and stuff, and sometimes it's rough for us.
Yeah, I got diagnosed as an adult with ADD, and I was like,
Oh
"Oh,
man.
this is why I can't sit still,
Yeah,
and why like I would knock out work super fast." But once it was done, I was like, "Dude, I'm having such a hard time just sitting here
yeah.
doing
What do I
nothing."
do next?
Yeah,
For sure. You say, and then
yeah,
too, like sometimes I have a habit of like starting stuff and not finishing it or
dude.
whatever.
Yes, like
Yeah.
yeah, running the nonprofit's super cool with ADD because I'm always creating new projects.
Mm,
So there's always stuff to do. Albeit right now it's becoming a little too much going on at
mm.
one time. But I think with the ADD, it kind of kicks on a superpower where it's like there's 10 different tasks, and because there's so many different tasks, I always have something to do.
Mm.
So if one of them gets a little like dull or something, I can just jump to the next thing, work on that, and then go back and just the way the ADD brain works, it just
Yeah.
flip flops. It's all over the place, and I can do that with the work.
Yeah, man. And then sometimes it's like I have all these things and I'm very passionate about them, but sometimes it's like getting started. Like, okay, I need to work on this, but I don't want to. But once you get in the flow, dude, you're just like, oh, okay, this is it right here. That's cool, man. So, I guess introduce Bill. Can let's see. Was so for the listeners in Corpus, how do you describe who Joaquin Rangel is?
Yeah, so I'm just a guy from Alice. I live in Austin now, but lived in Alice, graduated from over there, went to Texas, Hook 'em.
Mm-hmm.
Graduated from there in 2018. Was working over there doing, I worked my way up a company that taught kids how to fly drones and build robots.
Oh,
Was started out as a teacher, returned to the guy that had created the company and told him, like, you're sitting on a great idea. Let's make it a whole business. We launched in Houston, we launched in Dallas, we had launched in San Antonio. The summer that I left, we had just launched nationwide. I was
wow.
then told to oversee more area and take a pay cut. And I was like, "So are you sure?" It's like, "Yep, I'm sure about it." So I quit August 31st of 2023 and then
Mm.
started the nonprofit September 1st of 2023. But I'm just a dude from Alice who somehow ended up with this, doing lots of live music shows, doing the nonprofit, making sure that children with disabilities have a quality education. Someone who likes to fish, big
Mm.
fan of doing that.
Mm.
When we finish up, I'm gonna go to Portland and go stay at my uncle's. When
Wow.
I'm driving across to the bridge, Indian Point's right there. I'm gonna go throw my lure a little bit and go and hang out. But yeah, that's me.
Man, I gotta say, man, you guys from Alice, dude. I don't know what's in the water out there, man, but all of y'all, like all the people most of the people that I've met from Alice, like totally exceed my expectations, bro. Like really, man, it's crazy, bro. Like, I mean, we got Marcos Liao's gonna be on tomorrow. Another truck driver friend of mine, dude. Like, I don't know what's going. Surge,
Oh yeah, Sergio.
like a lot of people. I'm like, dude, you guys are really. There was another guy in the mariachi band in Alice and stuff like that, like the high school or whatever. And man, you guys are. I don't know. You guys are awesome, man. Shout out to Alice, dude.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I feel like when I meet people and they know where Alice is and I tell them I'm from there, their first response is "ooh."
Yeah.
Like, no, 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 I promise. Like, it's a good spot.
No, man, for real. Yeah, really. Shout out to Alice. You guys. I mean, it's amazing what you guys are doing out there, and even just like you're talking about your business that you guys built and stuff. Like, dude, it's amazing. What's the story behind creating Joaquin to inclusion?
Yeah, so like I said before, I was told to take on more hours for less money. Was not going to do that. Absolutely not.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I had been sitting on this idea for a while, going around the state and getting to work with kids, teaching them how to fly drones and robots and whatnot. Just saw that a lot of kids with disabilities were not treated very
Mm,
well. I'd be in the classroom before it was my time to start. I'd see teachers get kind of frustrated at the kids. The kids would then get frustrated at whoever that kid was, and a lot of the times teachers just didn't respond very well. And I'd ask them afterwards, like, hey, I noticed when Jimmy was doing X, Y, and Z, you did this. Like, I'm not saying anything to get mad at you, just want to know, why did you do what you did? And
mm,
the most common thing I would hear is, I don't know what to do, no one's ever shown me, which
no,
I thought was crazy. Like, what do you mean no one's ever shown you?
no.
So our, like, I know we have a lot of the shows and do all of that, but our whole thing is we have these inclusive learning labs that we do.
Mm-hmm.
And what these inclusive learning labs are is, it is a learning lab that teaches teachers how to better run classrooms that have kids with ADD or autism or CP, Down syndrome, all the different things. Classrooms are pretty overcrowded now.
Yeah,
And with that comes inclusion, which we're all about, but it's hard.
yeah, it is.
It's really hard to do that. So we're just trying to help teachers better run those classrooms, and not just telling them what to do, like, oh, hey, if X, then Y, but also giving them therapeutic equipment to use in the schools. Do you know Dole Children's Hospital in
Mm,
Austin?
no, no, no.
So that's a real big children's hospital in Austin. A lot of great minds over there. We collaborated with some of their physical therapists and occupational therapists over there, with tools that are easiest for someone to learn how to use, that have the highest effectiveness,
Mm,
so that we can show teachers, like, hey, if you see that your student that you know is a runner or has a lot of energy or whatever, that they're about to maybe go through something, here's the body sock, this is how you use it.
wow.
Or here's a sensory swing, this is how you use it, or whatever tool it may be for that student. Not just telling them what to do, but giving them stuff to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's yeah, that's what we do.
Man, do you ever feel like it's like there's so much that to where you're like, man, this is even making an effect? You know, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because do you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
How do you what are your thoughts like towards that?
Yeah, every morning it feels like there's too much to do, not enough to be able to do it. But it's just one step at a time, doing what we can to try to get everything to happen and to work. Most schools have sensory rooms, which already have all of this equipment.
Mm,
Super cool. None of the teachers know how to use it, or
mm,
most of the time, a para is the one that takes the kids to the room to use it anyway.
yeah.
So even just being able to show the paras what to do, or the teachers what to use, like, that is also huge.
Mm,
It's a slow process, takes some time. We're going to be making all of our inclusive learning labs are now going to be online, hopefully by May or June, so that teachers can sign on, get their 8 hours of CPE credit. Teachers, if you're listening, it's 8 hours. It is free. We will hopefully have that rolled out by May. We should start shooting those videos in January or February.
man, that's cool, bro. That's cool. It makes me think about like you can't change what the person thinks or about it. That's the thing that I guess that's the thing that gets me because you want everybody to want to fix this. You know what I mean? Or help solve the problem.
Right.
Man. So you shared that you have symbols in your family, inspired in your mission. How did that shape everything you're doing now?
It just means more. My whole heart is in it. Like, when I was doing the drone robotics thing before, like, I was doing it because there was a huge money potential.
Right, right.
I mean, there probably is a money potential in this. If there is, I haven't found it yet.
Mm-hmm.
But there's just more drive, more desire to make things happen.
Yeah.
First year doing this, I probably spent like $10,000 of my own money
Mm-hmm.
to keep this dream afloat and making it happen. This year, we're at a break even, which is really nice. I think most people, after looking at their bank account after 2 years and seeing that it's
Wow.
just going down, would be like, not,
Dang, bro, that's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, it's rough, man. But like, heart's in it. I know that we're trying to make a difference. I know we're trying to do some big things. It's just, it's a slow process, but we'll get there.
Yeah, man, that's good. Good for you, man. Good for you. Wow. When you stepped into the nonprofit world, what changed you the most? Because it was a nonprofit before. Not with the drone, not
No,
really,
no,
right?
that was for profit.
So when you got into that world, I mean, was it like was it shocking? Like what were your initial thoughts?
It was so the company I was with before built it from the ground up. It was a startup, moved from just the teacher to vice president of operations, and it didn't feel like too big of a change at first because it was building a new business. It's
Right, right, right.
yeah, it's figuring out what you do, how you're gonna do it, what the different things are. I think the hardest part has been switching from the sales aspect that is on a for-profit business where it's,
Mm,
hey, you give me $50 and then I come in and I do this class and I teach your kids how to fly these things or build this robot. Whereas now it's like, hey, you give me $50 and I go help this kid that you don't know. And there's a
wow.
lot of disconnect there, which I don't blame anyone. I know times are tough. I know that it's hard to like find money for things, but it's been different going from like you pay money, I give you the service versus you pay money, I go take the service to someone else.
Oh, wow.
And that's kind of been the biggest eye opener and changer of things is figuring out how to navigate that like B2C to like B to someone else.
Crazy, bro. Wow. And you're a 501c3.
Yes, sir.
What's that? I mean, that's like what is it? What is that?
So a 501(c)(3) is a public charity. So just like any nonprofit, it's just a different uh, like indicator of what you are. So we're a public charity that's not allowed to participate in political things. Is kind of the
Interesting.
main part of it. So we're allowed to help out however we can. As per written, our paperwork when we submitted, our
Mm,
paperwork was super vague when we submitted because we don't just help special needs kids, right? Like we had a school supply drive show back in July at House of Rock. School supplies are for everyone. They're not special needs specific. We've done clothing drives. We've done food stuff.
yeah.
So our paperwork's super general. So, but as long as we're helping the public, we fall under the 501(c)(3). We just can't do anything political.
Interesting. Wow. And like when people mention that too, it makes me think like taxes. Like sometimes they say "Well, you don't have to pay taxes." I don't know. I don't know what all those stipulations are. That's what comes to my mind. And it makes me think of like churches and stuff like that. But yeah, how did you feel when you got that, man? Like, was it something you were striving to get? Like, we need to get this, or like I want to get this? Like, what was that like?
Yeah, so the paperwork process was not too difficult, to be honest. I hired
Yeah.
this thing called Swift Filings online.
Right on.
They're the ones that I was collaborating with to make sure that it was broad enough to let where we could do anything, but our mission was what our mission is.
Mm.
We were sponsored when we first started out under another nonprofit. The other nonprofit is called Eagles Fly Advocacy and Outreach. They're out of San Antonio.
Wow.
It's also my aunt's nonprofit, so it was kind
Cool.
of easy. So we were operating under them for maybe about 4 or 5 months.
Wow.
Just because it takes time to get your paperwork, they got to send it to the wherever they send it to. I didn't fill it out, so I don't know. But they had, they
That's
had
funny.
they had to send it to wherever, and it went to wherever, and then it came back over to me, and that's kind of how
Yeah.
how that worked.
You mentioned you use like a system or whatever. I talk about AI often. Do you use AI at all as far as like chatbots or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I have to. I know people are probably going to push back on that just because AI, like, it's taking all of our water, the desal
Mm.
plants here in Corpus, all of that fun
Really?
stuff.
How's that? Wow.
Yeah,
I hadn't heard that.
yeah. So AI uses a lot of water. I don't know if y'all have servers over here,
Hmm.
but it uses an insane amount of water.
I'm talking about artificial
Yeah,
intelligence.
yeah, yeah.
You're talking about
Yeah,
what?
yeah. Yeah, yeah. To keep the servers cool, it uses a lot of water, and not every company recycles that water.
Mm.
So you type into Chat GPT. I don't think they're one of the recyclers. I'm guilty of using them. But you
What?
type into Chat GPT, whatever it is, it sends you whatever you get back, and that could have been 1 or 2 bottles of water that are kind
What?
of now gone. Yeah.
That's weird. That's a weird way to think about it. I'm not understanding what you mean, bro. What?
Yeah, I mean, it's just to keep everything cool, keep everything go like the actual server cool from overheating and
Oh, I
stuff. So,
got you. The actual
yeah, yeah,
computer that holds
yeah,
all the data.
yeah.
What?
However that part works, like yeah, that's what that does.
No way, bro.
Yeah, but
That's
yeah,
crazy.
we use AI. I probably do the job of like 4 or 5 different people by myself, so I have to have the AI stuff
Oh,
to keep
oh yeah.
everything together and like so I can't afford to pay and other people to come onto the team and do other stuff at like the capacity we're at.
Right.
So cheat and use AI to be able to do the different things.
So use it as a tool, maybe more productive, productivity faster.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how I see it too. It's cool, man. Yeah. So that's your origin story. So we're gonna talk about the impact of the nonprofit, man. So break a J12 down for us. What do you provide for parents? Actually, you talked about that already. You got talked about the learning labs. What's one story that really captures why your work matters?
This one, not kid related. Heavier story, a little bit more recent. We're working with a woman who, Alex from El Vago,
Yeah,
actually passed to us. Going through a hard time, borderline homeless whenever we met with her, helping her get some resources. All of the resources fell through, weren't
damn.
working. We're still working with her, but through the connections from like Texas UT connections, we have a place for her to stay in Denton.
Mm,
She should have gotten a phone call earlier today about getting her out of Corpus and into Denton to
wow.
evade homelessness. She's medically disabled and unable to work because of that.
Mm-hmm.
So she took medical retirement because of the disability. And yeah, that was pretty big because like for 2 weeks, everything kept getting worse and worse and worse for
Wow.
her, and it was like, dude, I don't know like how to help. Like whenever we first came on, I thought it was just something, just hey, here's the purple door,
Mm.
hey, here's so and so, but it's turned into so much more than that. It looks like there's finally a light at the end of the tunnel.
Oh wow.
So that's kind of been the biggest thing because like helping kids is great. I love it. Helping the teachers is great, but there's just something different when it's like an adult who is probably like a few bad instances away from their life being
Wow.
over. So yeah,
So crazy, man. And like even thinking about homelessness, like there's a lot of people with disabilities and stuff like that out there, man. Wow. Wow, wow. So what's the biggest challenge you face when trying to bring inclusion into the classroom?
money, just because it's expensive to not the running the learning labs isn't expensive, right? We can go over there, we can do that for free,
Right.
talk to the teachers, but actually getting them the equipment
Mm.
costs a lot. Having the word inclusion in our name, which is a DEI thing, is a little bit of a hot button topic in Texas
Oh,
at the moment.
wow.
So we have kind of that's why we're trying to digitize everything too, so we can kind of like not have schools potentially be under a microscope if we do anything.
Crazy.
But ultimately, it's just like we don't want to run the learning lab unless we can pay for the equipment if you don't already have it.
Wow. So money wise, wow. So man, how do you go about? I guess you put on shows and stuff. Like that's how
Yeah,
you go about getting the money to
yeah.
come in.
All the shows are what help us raise money. We were applying for grants for a while. We haven't done that in a minute. We were applying to government grants because those ones have such a huge number attached to
Right.
them.
Right. Right.
We quit doing that. Now we're just doing either stuff that's local to the state of Texas or local to cities. The Texas Bar Association recently gave us a pretty nice grant that's going to go towards digitizing all of our stuff. The city of San Antonio, because we're statewide. The city of San Antonio recently gave us a grant to be able to feed families over there with what we do.
Amazing.
We're hoping for a music grant from the city of Austin. Corpus, if you're listening and y'all want to give us a grant, please do. But yeah,
Yeah, man, for sure. Wow. That's amazing, dude. Wow. I had a thought there, man.
I feel that all the time.
I have a thought. It's like, wait, away. No, oh, networking, dude. So how important is because I talk about this too often, and the importance of it. How important do you feel that that is in what you're doing, as far as getting your word out there, having people wanting to donate and stuff like
Yeah.
that? Is that important to you? You know what I mean? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, networking is super huge, not just with the nonprofit space, but in general. I don't know how it is everywhere, but I know like in Austin, it's kind of shifting towards it's not like what your GPA is and stuff like that. It's becoming more like, who do you know? How do you fit in over here? Did you make friends with someone when you came to your interview?
Mm,
Things are just shifting from like the what's your piece of paper to like how do you fit in over here? Or what network do you have that's already over here?
wow.
And same thing with the nonprofit space. Like we do super cool stuff. We help a lot of people, but if we don't network, we don't meet people, we don't become friends with other nonprofits or businesses or anything like that, like we really can't do much
Yeah,
with
yeah.
it.
We got to be part of the community. It's just part of being in the community. Nick Lopez, he says, doing a good deed for everything and everyone, not only in Corpus, but other areas as well. Mad respect, man. Keep up the great work, says Nick Lopez on YouTube.
Thank you, Nick. Appreciate that.
You know, Nick?
I do. I maybe.
He's
I don't know.
another metal fan, bro. He
Okay.
he loves metal. Like he's in the scene totally.
We probably
Uh,
had him at a show then, or maybe
he
I've had him for one of
definitely.
our
Well, he's
things.
gonna co-host with us tomorrow on
Oh,
with
okay.
Marcos. Yeah,
Oh, oh
and
yeah,
he was on
love that.
the last show with when El Nino was on here. He was guest co-hosting.
Nice.
Uh,
Oh, I saw you post about that the other day. I don't names I'm not great with. Faces a little bit better, and I
mhm.
can't see the face right now. So if I saw the face, maybe.
All
But
right.
yeah, I remember seeing the post that you have like a new co-host is gonna be doing stuff with
Yeah,
you.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah. He's out there. His daughter's doing. She did like a music performance, and he posted something about her on there. So real good dude, man.
Nice.
Wow, that's awesome. Let's see. We got 20 minutes in. So as you expand into Corpus Christi, what's your vision and what could Walking to become here in Corpus?
Yeah, so we want to be able to impact all of the schools, make sure that the kids at all of the schools are getting the best education they can. And like when you help the kids with disabilities, it doesn't just help them, it helps everyone as a whole. Like I said before, classrooms have a lot of teachers in them.
Hmm.
It's really easy for them to get overwhelmed in those classrooms because of a handful of students. And if you have something readily available that you know how to use to manage your classroom,
Yeah.
it makes it a little bit easier for you. One of the other things we do also is we do parent meetings.
Hmm.
We're hoping to start doing those at a higher rate than we have been. And those parent meetings, we do them in English and in Spanish.
Wow.
And those are just letting parents with kids with disabilities know, like, what's an ARD, what's a 504, what's an IEP. We have all of that stuff on our website already in the blog section.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just like, hey, like, your ARD meeting is when you meet with the school and they're going to make an IEP, which is the plan for your student, or the 504, which is kind of like an IEP but a little bit different,
Like
and all of
like a lesson plan, study plan for the student that the I guess the school puts on for them or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, and a lot of parents just they hear these acronyms and it's like no, no, no,
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm thinking right
yeah,
now.
it sounds really crazy, but if you just like break it down a little bit, it's not at like an ARD's a meeting, and your IEPs, your individualized educational plan. 504, I don't know what that stands for because those are all numbers, but that's just like another plan for the student and telling them what they are and how they work and what accommodations you may or may not get. Like having ADD, maybe your accommodation is you get to sit in the front of the class instead of the back because you're going to
Hmm.
get more distracted back there. Things like that.
Yeah, if a parent in the Coastal Bend needs help today, what's the first step that they should take?
Yeah, so to get on our website, go to our contact page. You can send us a message and we'll be able to talk with you, help you with whatever it is that's going on. Um,
What's the website?
ji2.org, so letter J, letter I, number 2.org. You can type that in, it'll pop up. If you're on mobile, just hit the drop down menu and our contacting will be there. If you're on your desktop, you'll see contact on the top icons. You can do that, send us a message, and we'll help out however we can. Or if you wanted to read up a little bit first before reaching out to us, if you go to the blog spot or the blogs we have on there, we'll have all of that information on there as well.
Yeah, it's an easy website to remember. ji2.org.
Yeah,
Awesome, man.
that's
So
it.
you're saying right there the contact form on the menu, like if you're on, so make it smaller, mine, so they can see what the menu looks like. Like just make the that's okay. What? Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. So the contact is right there, right?
yeah,
That's cool, man.
and then if you scroll to the bottom, you'll find our blog page, and that one, there you go. It's a little heavy on the icon, all the way to the bottom, and then you can hit blog under info, and then that one has just like different things on there.
That's cool.
See our school to prison pipeline. We're doing some stuff with Bear County to keep kids with disabilities out of
Wow.
the juvenile system.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah, and if you go a little bit further down, we have our ARD, IEP, 504, requesting accommodations, things like that. That way parents can go and access it and see
Wow.
what's going on.
That's huge right there, man. Dude, you got a big heart for this, dude. For
Yeah,
real,
we
man.
try
Like
to.
not a lot of people would want to do this stuff, man. That's amazing. What's the relationship like with with the school, like the ISDs and stuff like that? Because I know obviously they got to get involved. You got to get involved
Yeah,
with them somehow.
yeah. So strong-ish. A lot of the schools that like I used to work at, they're also a little hesitant right now with us being a DEI nonprofit. There's a lot of uncertainty there on what we can or can't do, which is
Mhm.
why we're just trying to digitize everything so people can access it on their own. They don't have to like promote, or we don't have to be at the school for whatever reason.
Wow.
There's been a lot more uncertainty with how to like approach us currently,
Wow.
which I get. It is what it is. So yeah.
Right. That's how just how it goes, man. Now besides the nonprofit work, you also been moving around the coastal bend with events and shows. So obviously, you got one on the 28th, right?
Yeah, we have one. Yeah, November 28th, we have Shattered Sun and Zombie King, who was just on
Oh
here.
yeah.
We have them playing at Brewster Street. Should be a fun show. Doors are going to be at 6, and we have Excess starting at 6:30. Those guys are from Alice as well.
Hmm.
We have another event over here Monday, December 8th.
Yeah, the comedy event.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool, bro.
Yeah, it should be super fun. Tanya Lee Davis is going to be filming while she's here. So if anyone has any recommendations of what to do, shoot those our way. She's going to be staying here, I think, 3 nights because I told her there was a lot to do.
Hmm.
Because she's going to come to Corpus for a little bit longer. So yeah, people come out to the show Monday, December 8th. It'll be at the A&M Corpus Christi
Yeah.
Performing Arts Center. But yeah, that'll be fun, and it'll be a good way to get Corpus on the map. Like she's got 3.2 million TikTok followers, and
Yeah.
she's filming a TV show. Like
And it's at the Performing Arts Center, right?
yeah, yeah,
Man,
yeah,
that place is nice.
yeah, super nice.
It's really nice.
Yeah, the person that booked her, he or she had booked her at the Beltonian in Belton, Texas, which is just north of Austin, and she sold that place out when she had her.
Wow.
So I think hopes are that we'll sell out. I don't know how big the Beltonian is compared to the A&M Performing Arts
Hmm.
Center,
Hmm.
but the hopes, I'm assuming, to get as many people as possible in there,
Amazing, bro.
for it
Wow,
to sell
amazing,
out.
man. So what? So real quick, you're talking about. So these are like heavy, like hard rock, heavy metal bands, bro.
Yeah.
Is that the music that you like? Is that why? Well, obviously, right?
Yeah, yeah,
'Cause
yeah. Yeah,
you chose that style.
yeah, I'm all over the place with the music that I listen to. But it seems like rock really just has the biggest hearts when it comes to the people and the venues.
Mm.
When we first started, I wanted to do a two-step into inclusion,
Oh
and
wow,
we had Bart Crow ready to go for a concert,
crazy.
and we're like, oh yeah, like sweet, we got a number. Let me go find a venue. I couldn't find a country venue for less than like $10,000.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, let's not do that. Reached out to Casey over at House of Rock, and they gave us a good deal. Got some bands together, had Shattered on the show for that very first one, and it kind of just took off from there because everyone super supportive about the cause in that scene.
Yeah,
Metalheads are some of the nicest people you're ever gonna meet. And
bro.
yeah,
Yeah, it makes me think about like the connection between like heavy music and people with ADHD and stuff like that. I don't know. I just really enjoy it, man. Especially stuff that's like constantly changing music wise. And I mean, don't get me. I listen to other stuff too, but it
yeah.
seems like that's the stuff that I lean on, and I wonder if there's a connection between that. That's cool, man. So how do these events support the mission? I mean, I guess you talked about this.
Yeah, so those are just how we raise money. We don't really get we've just started getting some grants to do
Hmm.
different things.
So how I'm sorry, how old is the?
We are almost 3 years old now.
Okay, okay,
Two
cool.
years. I'm not great at math. Two and a half, almost three.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry to cut you off
No,
there.
you're
So
good.
you just started doing these shows, and how does it help with the mission?
Yeah, so it's just to help us raise money so that we can pump money into doing the different things and getting everything together, marketing materials to be able to like tell schools like, hey, look, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times just the phone calls don't work. Like daycare center, could we also do stuff at daycare centers, but daycare centers super busy, schools super busy, where if you want to talk to someone it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
So but being able to put a Google ad whenever a teacher types in like CPE courses near me, we get to pop up so they can get their hours for whatever it may be.
So cool.
Yeah, being able to feed the kids and doing stuff like that helps pay for that. I don't know if you've seen, but we're sending a special needs child and their parent to Texas football games this year.
Wow.
We just had a kid from Alice go to the Texas versus Arkansas game.
Yeah, I seen
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I need to make this
Serge
video.
was handing out the tickets.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He
That
did that
was
there at House
cool.
of Rock. Yeah.
That's cool, man. Yeah, it makes me think about like, so is this your first comedy show, and what made you decide to do comedy shows now? It seems like that's where some of the audience is, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. So it's funny. I had originally reached out to his name's Michael Glatzmer. He's a comedian as well, but he manages Tanya Lee Davis. I did
Okay.
not know this when I first reached out. I
Oh,
first reached out for Aaron Belial.
wow.
Do you know who that is?
Mm-mm.
He's the mute comedian that uses his phone to tell jokes.
Oh, I seen him.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Everyone knows him. I reached out for him, and he was already booked around some of the dates we were looking at. And Michael was like, "Hey, I know you're asking about Aaron, but I've got Tanya Lee. She's wanting to do some shows in Texas. These are her social numbers. She's filming a TV show. Do you want to work with us?"
Wow.
I was like, "Dude, she's filming a TV show. All this impact, like." that's huge for us. Like, yes,
Yes.
we want to work with her.
Wow.
But yeah, I originally reached out for Aaron Belial. We're still hoping to do something at some point in time, but ended up with Tanya Lee. It's been great so far. Her team's great. She's super cool. The
Yeah.
show should be great.
Oh,
Yeah.
dope, man. That's awesome. So how do you blend entertainment, community, and advocacy in one event?
Yeah, so I mean, really, like when the music's being played or the comedy's being told, like we can't really come out there in the middle of like Shattered Sun or Zombie King set
Yeah.
and be like, "Hey guys, I know Juan's singing right now," but so just
Yeah.
reminding people in between like what this show is doing, how it helps at our second annual Rockin' 2 inclusion. Uh, right before Zombie King went on, told everyone our impact of like how many kids we fed, how many kids we got close to, how many parents we
Wow.
were able to work with, how many teachers and all that. So just reminding them that you're not just, I mean, you are there for the music, right? But like you being here is also for this, and we can't do any of that without you supporting these events.
Oh man, dude, that's huge, man. You guys support this, man. I really want to support this. I did last time around, man. And wow, it's so awesome what you're doing, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Man, speaking of shows, culture, and energy, let's get into, I guess, some fun stuff. We're talking about A&M Hate Week. What's going on
Yeah.
there?
Yeah, so it's rivalry week across the country. Michigan has Ohio State. Egg Bowl is Thursday as well. No, Friday. That's Mississippi State, Mississippi, or Ole Miss. And then you got Texas, Texas A&M. It's rivalry week. It's hate week.
Yeah.
It's just I. So I also help with one of the tailgates for Texas, the Burnt Ends tailgate. I help with them. Rick Vasquez, he's our main guy. He's actually behind the Pancake Factory at
Wow.
Texas. I don't know if do you know what that is?
Sounds familiar. That sounds cool,
Yeah,
though.
so that's what pays the NIL for the offensive lineman. So
Wow.
he was a my
NIL?
yeah NIL. So like the how the players get paid now.
Oh,
Yeah. So tech
what?
yeah
Seriously?
yeah players get paid
When did this happen?
like
Holy
like
smokes.
2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago.
Uh,
Yeah. So him and
that's wild.
some lawyer friends created the framework for that. What they created is what basically the rest of the country's been using because the framework was already created and it was approved. But yeah, I'm under him, help with the different things. I'm
Mhm.
gonna start cooking Thursday night, probably about
Yeah,
eight
dope.
o'clock at night. We're gonna do I think like 10 or 12 briskets, 16, 18 pork butts, a bunch of
Holy
chicken wings
smokes.
and
You can do
stuff.
all that, bro?
Yeah,
Woo.
we have a big barrel smoker that we use for the games.
Cool.
So yeah, I'll finish up about 7 in the morning with my part, go home, take a nap, and then come back for the
Is there a
game.
certain spot y'all post up at? Or...
Yeah, we're on campus. So the Joe C. Thompson Conference Center, or Joe C. Thompson Conference Center, if anyone knows where that is, it's right behind the Longhorn City Limits stage, which is where they do the pre and post game concerts.
Hmm.
We're right over there in that area. There's a bunch of tents set up over there. Takes about 3.5 minutes to walk from DKR from where we are. Like we're on school grounds. Like
Yeah.
we're right on school grounds. We have all the food, all the beverages you may
Yeah.
want,
Man,
alcoholic
that
and
sounds like fun,
non-alcoholic.
dude.
It's
So
super fun.
that sounds like fun. So what's your connection? Well, you went to school there, right?
Yes,
To
sir.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
cool, man.
So I went to Texas, big football fan while I was there in post grad as well. I used to do all the free tailgates, and one of my buddies was like, "Dude, I know this other one. Like, it's super cool. Come on." I was like, "Ah, I don't know. Like, these ones are free, and that one's $30." He's like, "No, no, it's worth it." Went over there, and I mean, just you don't get like great brisket at the free tailgates. You don't get like this amazing food. You don't see
Ah,
them cut it right in front of you at the free tailgates, and like the drinks of choices are pretty amazing as well.
wow.
So I saw that the main guy that runs it, Rick, was having a bit of a hard time doing it all by himself, and I was
Hmm.
like, hey, well, I have a background in operations. Let me come on. Let's
Cool.
organize the season before it even starts and do all the different things. And started with that. Last week we smoked a whole pig
Wow.
for the Arkansas
Had
game.
you done that before or?
No, well, so we
Whoa.
had someone else smoke it. One of the guys on the team, he's just became part of Barbecue Austin with Rodeo Austin.
Hmm.
So he was like, "Oh, just became part of this. I'll smoke it." It's like, "Cool,
Yeah.
I get to sleep. Awesome." Uh,
Wow.
but yeah, so I mean, we go all out. Lots of fun. Lots of people over there. Lots of good food.
It sounds like Austin's gonna be home for you.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe most of our work is here in Corpus, so it would be nice to eventually come over here. Like a little morbid, but I know I want to die in Corpus. Like
Oh, right, right.
I want to die by the water. I want to be
Wow,
fishing,
bro.
doing all the different things.
Has it always been like that for you? I mean, to want to stay here because you're from Alice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Has that always been something of yours, or
No, when I
just recently came about, or?
maybe in the last 6, 7 years when I was first in Austin, I was like, dude, I'm never going home. I'm not gonna be over here ever. Then my dad moved to Cal Allen maybe when I was, I don't know, 19, 20. Grandparents moved over here when I was 21, or they were already living in Corpus. They went to San Antonio for a bit,
Yeah.
but moved back. So I would come back and visit a little bit more, go fishing a little bit more, visit Sed Hill, fish a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah,
And it's just that's kind of how I relax and unwind. Because if
Cool.
I have my phone with me, I'm working. And if I'm on the water, I don't want to take my phone out because I don't want it to fall in the water.
Wow.
So that's kind of where I get to relax and just enjoy everything.
Chill out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Nick is a Longhorns fan. He's been there for some games. He said we'll
Ooh.
be out there for the game Friday.
If you're free, come by the tailgate. Surlyhorns.net or .com. You'll be able to pull up their website and you'll see the tailgate thing on there. Tickets a little pricey for it, but it's because of the amount of barbecue and drinks we're gonna have.
Yeah, sounds cool. Does any of the Hate Week energy make its way into your events or content?
Not on the nonprofit page, not on there, but on my personal page, yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of it on there. I mean, rivalries run deep. For one of our shows, I have a coupon code on there of OU sucks.
Mm.
That gets you $5 off a ticket. So if you're buying a ticket for the Austin show for some reason, OU sucks for $5 off.
Yeah.
Sports kind of determines my mental health. So
Hey,
yeah, big into
cool.
the football. A lot of that bleeds into my personal like page and whatever, but the nonprofit, try my best to keep it without. If you pay attention to our posters for the events that we do,
Mm.
you will see an Easter egg that references Texas football in
Wow.
all of the posters. It's just really hard to find them.
Yo, that's
But
so
yeah,
cool, man. Wow. Wow, rapid fire. What's the best tailgate food?
brisket,
Yeah, brisket's king, right? Best mascot.
Bevo.
Wow. Worst fan base experience.
Man, the so I haven't been to very many away games. Home games haven't been too bad, but I went to the Alabama game. Alabama fans were great, but their students, which I'm sure it's like that everywhere, were just kind of obnoxious. And it was
Mm.
like, dude, like we're just literally not talking to you. What is going on right now?
Wow. Most painful loss.
Probably Florida this year because that took us out of contention to more than likely make the playoffs because I knew we were gonna more than likely drop Georgia. So
Mm.
that hurt. That and the last year when we lost to Washington, I was at that game
Wow.
and seeing that we could have taken it into overtime and just didn't do it. That wasn't fun.
Hey, man. Just wasn't having it. Bold prediction for this year.
For sports or for the nonprofit?
Whichever is best for you. I mean, whichever you think. But either or.
For sports, this I guess this season's already about to be over, but Manning for Heisman in 2026, 2027.
Nice.
And then as far as the nonprofit stuff goes, I think that by the end of this upcoming year, we will have a solidified base that we're able to help from El Paso to Houston and then all the way up to whatever's above Lubbock. I don't remember
Wow, dude.
Amarillo all the way down to the
That's
RBD.
amazing, man. Well, man, best of luck. So that's is that the biggest? Are those the biggest goals you want to accomplish this upcoming year?
Yeah, we just want to be able to make sure that like teachers are getting the resources they need.
Yeah.
That's pretty huge. We get a grant from Google to run ads on there. So
Wow,
once this thing is done, we're gonna pump a lot of that Google ad grant money
dude, that's
into letting
awesome.
teachers know. Yeah.
Wow, how did you come across that? Did somebody find y'all, or did you ask around?
Uh,
Like, you
I
know what I mean?
yeah, I just typed in marketing grants for nonprofits on Google, and that was
Yo,
the first thing that popped up. Yeah, so if you're a nonprofit, you can apply. You get $10,000 a month in Google Ads. So yeah, once we're ready to go with everything, we're just gonna run an ad for the Inclusive Learning Lab online. Put like $9,000 a month in it. We still need a little bit to make sure that our events can pop off and whatnot. But
is it true that there's like so many grants out there that people don't even know about? Like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, there's so many grants out there. It's the thing about people not knowing about them is that sometimes when you find them, they've already closed.
Oh.
We're running into that a lot.
Yeah,
But
okay.
yeah, there's a lot out there.
Wow, that's cool, man. What's one thing Corpus Christi can do right now to support your mission?
Show up to the events. Come to the events. Let us know that our work matters. We don't do a lot of like email campaigns asking you for a straight up donation. We try to give you some sort of product for for supporting us. Most of that product being shows or entertainment in some sort of thing.
Mm.
So just show up. That's all we can ask for.
Yeah, man. So people can find you on the ji2.org website, correct?
Yes, sir.
Is that the best place to find you? Is there anywhere else they can look to find you?
Yeah, so we're on Instagram and on Facebook. Just Joaquin into inclusion on Facebook. You type it in on Instagram. We're also the only one that pops up.
Nice.
But you can find us on there. You can find my personal page using my first name and my last name, Joaquin Rangel, and we'll pop up.
That's cool, man. Is there anything you'd like to share before we go? Because we're trying to. Sorry, that was like a cold.
No, no,
We're
no,
about
you're
to
good.
wrap up
No, no, you're
from my
good.
end. Is there anything you'd like to share?
I don't just everyone come to events, support everyone else. Crawfish for a Cause. We weren't selected for that one, but they do great things for nonprofits as well. One of the nonprofits they're helping is kids who age out of the foster care system who don't have homes still. They help them find homes. I don't remember the name of it, but just support however you can. Support music, support nonprofits. Such amazing talent over here.
Yeah.
Just support where you can.
Awesome, man. So this is the Hispanic goodbye, where I say goodbye and then I ask you some more questions.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm wondering about the prison. Was it school to prison thing that you had on your?
Yeah, yeah, school to prison
Can you tell
pipeline.
me more about that?
Yeah, so the school to prison pipeline is kind of just a pipeline people talk about where schools, predominantly Title Ones or your poor schools, those kids end up in prison in one way or another,
Mm.
or at a higher rate than you would in like your affluent schools, right? Kids with disabilities, primarily ADD, ADHD, and dyslexia, end up in the system more than everyone else because if you have too much energy or you're dyslexic and you don't know that you are, you just feel like you're dumb or whatever you may feel.
No guidance. I mean,
Yeah,
it could be anything,
yeah,
any
yeah,
of those factors.
yeah. Any of those things just making you feel like, man, like I'm not good enough because I don't know what I'm doing. I can't read or whatever it is. Those students tend to lash out the most. They tend to act out the most. They want to be like the class clown, which is fine. Like everyone likes your class clown. They're funny.
Right,
But
right.
sometimes those behaviors change from things that are, more or less okay to things that get you into trouble. You start going to the principal's office more. Now you're labeled as a troublemaker. Now you're fighting. Now you've gone to juvie.
Mm,
Once you've gone to juvie, you're kind of already in the system.
mm.
So your likelihood of ending back into it goes up even more. So our work with Bear County is to try to we're working with a bunch of nonprofits over there and with the Bear County Juvenile Probation Department
Mhm.
to come up with ways to impact schools to make sure that kids don't end up in juvie.
Yeah, man. Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, and it seems like Bear County's like one of the hugest ones too in Texas.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because you have so many low-income schools in San Antonio, and there's a lot of gang problems and gang violence over there as is. And if you have students who just feel like, dude, I'm not good at school, like, why would I even try?
Hmm.
That's only going to make it a little bit worse.
Oh my God, dude. Wow. Well, man, I'm rooting for you, man, for sure.
Appreciate it.
Guys, come out, support. Support Walking to, what is it? Walking to Inclusion, right?
Yeah, walking into inclusion.
Walking into Inclusion, and that's the name of the nonprofit.
Yes, sir.
Walking into Inclusion.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Cool, man.
yeah.
Yeah, support these guys, man. You guys, but yeah, thanks for coming on the show, man. I'm trying to see if I have any more questions before you go, man. I really like what you're doing, and just hoping for the best, man. And hopefully you get some more shows out here and people support and people see what you're doing. Hopefully people see this podcast. If I when I share some clips, hopefully you'll get some drum some
Yeah,
drumming going. So, but thanks for coming on, Joaquin.
for sure, man. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. You guys. All right. So Joaquin. So, yeah. So check out the show this Friday, November 28th and December 8th. Follow Walking into Inclusion, and support the movement towards better inclusion for kids in our communities in Texas. This has been another episode of the Corpus Christi Originals podcast. I'm your host, Jesus Hilario, and I'll see you on the next one.